So, hi, I'm Paws. Um, this is my gaming channel, DontPaws Gaming. I do other content and a plethora of other things, but primarily I am just here to be a chill dude, I guess. I'm a guy. So this first video will be a chill with Paws session. Enjoy. I have one viewer during said session who has seen, how this goes. I'm new at this, but I hope to be consistent. And if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. It's kind of going to be a bumpy road. I will make plenty of mistakes in this, but, if you're willing to stick with it, thanks for being around. Okay. I mean, sometimes it's about that, the communal vibe, showing up for others, even in ways you're not really sure how it's self-beneficial. Um, sometimes it's the ambiance, might have helped someone with a message. Um, so I'm kind of doing this hobbit hole situation. Found this nice forest, Sheldon and I. Um, Seems to be, somewhat of a vibe. Got the shaders working properly. So, you know, that's exactly what I said, super pretty. So, earlier today, I kind of, found this little spot and there was this tree here. And I was like, yeah, this is aesthetic. And then I accidentally auto chopped it down. So this is my new tree that I've built myself. It needs some work, but it's here. So, yeah, good old Sheldon. He's tied up. He likes to wander, but he's here too. Um, so yeah, just gonna, I don't know, dig this out and just kind of relax a bit. No, I appreciate that, man. I plan on posting the video. It's on my account. So if ever you have some time to just check that, but yeah, hopefully my tree will kind of stand better. I don't know, I'm not the best builder in general, but I want to get better at like losing the perfectionist mindset and just kind of, getting it together. Let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's go chop down some trees. How's the audio quality for you, Bonus Zone? Yeah, I did have a square. No tripping. I spent some time earlier today just getting together. Ooh, whoops, like the whole stream ambiance that I want to go for. Because prior I just kind of slapped a preset on it and was like, yeah, good enough. But I just kind of spent 2 hours going in and changing things up. Okay, thanks on the audio. I had got a comment earlier that it was a little low. So again, spent some time on that. But yeah, thank you. And that little animation I had earlier as well is something I whipped up, pretty quickly, just to kind of add a little flair. Yeah, thank you. I think so too. Enjoying those little hallmarks as they come. Like, okay, I'm really doing this, and like, what does that mean to me? And you know, how do I want to present the channel and myself? The vibes. I'm proud to have you as one of my 8 followers. Um, I was saying, like, I was talking to a friend earlier, and I was like, it's interesting, right? Because I don't know, I was expressing it to you too that like I already have this sense of fulfillment doing this. The fact that I can talk to one person, and like make a difference and just be present. You know. So thanks, man. It really highlights that for me. Okay, I think I got enough wood to make it happen. What that it is, not too sure. Not too sure. Let's cut that in half, make some planks. There we go. Yeah, dope. Love that. I think that's, this is the place for that. I like the truth vibes. Make some transformative things. Open up the space to just, I don't know, be yourself. Feels like it's hard to do that in today's day and age, so just be yourself. All the external pressures and like, what if they don't like me? What if I don't know, what if I fail? I think that's a thing that people worry about. Oh, a corner trim? What? I've never seen this. Let's knock these down. These are boring as compared to the corner trim. Oh, that was a fail. Yeah, it's kind of gaudy. I don't know. I might keep it. That's not the direction I wanted that in. Okay, so here's my take on like, unless you're a serial killer, right? Because I think, again, that whole like chaos and entropy thing, it's like, dare I say, if there were no serial killers, how would we know that like, oh yeah, killing is really bad? So I'm not saying like, hey, go out and be, the next Manson. Like, no. But I'm just saying like on some level, like we have like, wisdom to take from everything. I know that's hard to hear, especially like when you're on the end of receiving that tragedy. But, hopefully, by existing and going through those various things, and like we can have these conversations of like, what made the serial killer? How can we stop more serial killers from being born? Because like, a lot of times it's like adverse personalities that don't fit into, I guess, society on a certain level, like trying to find themselves. He didn't have a friend. I kind of vibe with that. Need some more of those trim pieces. I want some lanterns. Getting ahead of myself. Focus, focus, focus. How do I build this out better? Let's my tree. I want it to elongate this out to cover back those dirt pieces. Yeah. I kind of like that. Yeah, exactly. And I think, cancer in that same analogy is like cancer denotes a bigger problem. you know, um, what is going on that caused this. So, because we tend to like treat the symptoms and not the cause as a society and in health, you know, and so it sucks to like have to be that guinea pig or for, you know, that guinea pig to rain terror on your existence, you know, and bystander, you know. But yeah, that's exactly it. Do I? It's kind of jank. That's all right. I like that. I was doing the plank thing too. It's not that I don't like the word bystander, it's just who is innocent, you know? We love to look at ourselves like, oh, I haven't hurt anybody and like this thing is happening to me. But the reality is I find that like just like you know, the government or the people by and large like refer to um, you know, an active shooter as active, meaning everyone is inactive. So I kind of on that level of like no one's truly a bystander. And like, you know, you are your own main character, even if you won't admit it that you think that way. Like we tend to just be very, you know, self-centered. So like, are you a bystander? Who have you hurt recently? You know, I guess that's the angle of my quotations. Okay. Whoops. I kind of want this to be like a bedroom type hidey hole situation. Um, this area here, on like a workshop maybe. Don't chew that. Please don't chew that. No. If you want a toy, give me 1 second. My puppy is you know, being a puppy, I need to get her a toy. Here, sweet pie. Good girl. Oh, it's okay. No, I appreciate you for wanting to be present in that regard, but um and I think that's really mature to like be able to say like, yeah, I don't have the tools for that one. I think that's admirable in and of itself. Choose the art. Yeah, of course. To be seen and to see others. And for anyone that like sees this, so for Boner Zone and anyone else going forward, like I apologize for the squeaks. My dog Xiao Wu is, doing the dog thing, enjoying her ducky. Hmm. I want one that's like a 3x3. Oh, it tells you at the bottom. Oh, it's so convenient. It's 3x2 the only option there? 2x1, 1x1. Yeah. Dogs will be dogs. And quite honestly, I'm thankful for her. She helps me kind of embody that whole take time to enjoy the moment. Seeing your dog be excited to see you and you left 5 minutes ago, it like rings true to like you leaving a room and a baby kind of like forgetting your existence because you're just not there. They're present. So I don't know. I enjoy her thoroughly. She helps me get through the 3x2, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's sure. Why not? Okay. Um. Whoops. Little too far, eh? Bonozone, do you have any pets? Are you a pet person? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Truly, like not even perfunctorily. I have an elder dog, and she kind of in the wind. Two cats and one dog. Huh? Would you say that you lean one way or the other as a cat or dog person? Cats, really? Okay, I see that. Um, why cats for you? Connection with cats growing up on a farm, nothing to do. Hmm. Yeah, I get that. Hmm. Growing up on a farm has always been an interesting, you know, an interesting thing to me. Like I guess I kind of want that for my kids, the rural experience, so to speak. How is that for you, being on a farm growing up? Because like I grew up around people, you know, that had farms, but never got to have the experience of actually, you know, I don't know, the freedom and like the work that comes with it. Thinking, I'm thinking what I'll do is, um, you go down, I don't know, enchantment table, maybe straight ahead. Do like a little ready hole for that. And then maybe this little space can be like the entrance into a proper storage space. I think that'd be cool. No. I think you're amazing at articulating. Um, no, I think that's an interesting thing, and I think why I would want that for my kids, is like, well, because now at least, you know, we have like Starlink, you know, so it's a better quality internet access. So I think it'll be a little bit easier, or at least the way I, you know, hypothesize it, it'll be a little bit easier to like give them that education or access to education whilst also curating that, you know, keeping them away from like the dangers at B. um but I can also see that being damaging, because like something I do want to keep in mind with my kids is like not making them who I want them to be, but allowing space for them to be who they're going to be. Just giving them the best tools to make those decisions and those choices. because I think like we can very easily, guide our children down a road of like not repeating our mistakes, but then at a certain point it may get to like, you know, you're just pushing your fears on them. Yeah, exactly. I think the creation part is like their existence as a whole, but like being able to say, hey, these are the things. It's just those lines get blurred. And I'm well aware of like how it happens, you know. You don't want to see them, be harmed. But like again, as we talked about, yesterday, it's like pain is a good teacher. And I think to shield someone from, instrumental pains does more damage than good. Not saying like, let them play with alligators, but like without that, how do you get like the crocodile Dundies, if they aren't allowed to figure out? I like reptiles, just because you may have fears of it. So pass on the information that that there are dangers, but also like hold your breath. And I think that's interesting because I was talking to a parent the other day about, when you have your first kid, you're super protective. Like you are all over them, helicopter. By your second kid, you realize that like they bounce. It's gonna be okay. By your third kid, that kid pretty much raises themselves, and then after that is kind of the same process. Um, and so like the process of like learning to let go, being there for them, but not overcrowding them. How do I want to do my chesty setup? I like seeing the front faces of my chest. I can even do 3 high. Hmm. Can you put frames on the side of a chest? What's the recipe for a frame? Oh my god, you can't press F. That's super annoying. Item frame. Leather. I don't think I have any leather right now. I want to do double-sided. I think I do want to do double-sided. Yeah, it's exactly like the driver's seat concept. Like, what are you gonna do with those tools? You know, and being comfortable with allowing people to take their own driver's seat, and even encouraging that. Because I think that's something I noticed with just like people, and parenting in general is like, you know, I'm your parent, you're my child. This like very authoritative, way of dictating, that relationship. When I mean, I understand, why that can be a thing. Oh, I was like, why is my mic falling? She's pulling the cord by laying on it. But, you know, I don't want to say I'm like a hippie parent, but like I have been called like, or I'd want to be a hippie parent, but I've been called very much so bohemian. Um, and I didn't really understand it when people first started saying that about me. It was like, what does that even really mean? But I kind of see it now that like I'm a little hippie-ish, even if like I think my first instinct is like to deny that.